Okay, we're joined now by the chef owner of one of the most underrated restaurants in Boston, Scott Herritt from the Marliave. What's happening, Scott?
Not a lot. How are you today, Dan?
I'm doing great. I'll tell you why I'm doing great, because you have brought right here to my dojo here what I consider one of the top 10 dishes in all of New England, and I am not kidding. It's called RAREBITS, but you have, well, explain what it is, and then people will understand why I think it's one of the great dishes ever.
You know, when I was researching the restaurant, I found an ad from 1894, and he was advertising dishes that he had on a menu, and on the very bottom it said RAREBITS.
All right.
And I was like going, wow, you know, and I was thinking the traditional dish with the bread, the sauce, and I was like, well, you know, how about some bacon, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of beer, and some bread?
So the three main components of this dish are bacon, beer, and cheese?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically everything good in the world?
Yeah, it's all that's right on this planet, yes. Yeah, it's not on the Weight Watcher diet, but it definitely will, it'll fill you up.
Yeah, it's on the Dan Andelman diet. I know that for sure.
There you have, yeah.
Now, now there are some things that are a little bit miniature on the Marliave menu. It doesn't necessarily mean they're all that healthy, but you have these sliders, which I'm talking about. These might be the most beautiful sliders I've ever seen, but they're also really tasty. What are they?
Well, there's meatball sliders. We make little house-made brioche buns, and then we make the meatballs in-house. And you know, when I was growing up, I always took the meatball and ate it between two pieces of bread. Right. So it made sense to me. So it's kind of my fantasy from the young days brought up into a adult portion here at Marliave.
I mean, it is great. I mean, you see so many of these restaurants now doing these mini burgers, but I would say virtually none of them are making their own mini burger bun on brioche nonetheless. Right. That's how you guys do it at the Marliave.
We make everything.
Now, you awesome comfort food stuff, and then you do some finer, dishes as well. And but on the comfort side of things, you have, it's a chicken dish, almost like a roast chicken, but you guys do a special preparation for it.
Right. Well, in Tuscany, they call it chicken alla mattone, which basically means chicken under a brick.
Under the brick.
And that's what we do is we take a brick, we wrap it in foil. The chicken is raw when the order comes in, skin down, brick on top of it, bottom of the oven, forget about it for about 15 minutes, gets nice and crispy, and it's just a beautiful dish. I mean, I'm a chicken fan, so.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, oh, listen, I make chicken at home all the time. I don't get, why go out and get chicken at a restaurant? But this kind of is something special, because a lot of people don't do that at home.
No, I probably wouldn't advise it.
Okay, so.
Probably don't want a brick sitting around your house.
No, probably not. So you have a bowl of cheese with bacon. You have meatball sliders. You have chicken. Now you want to go a little bit finer dining, which, by the way, as far as I'm concerned, you can do that as well as any chef in Boston. And you do a beef Wellington, which is sort of renowned for being a difficult dish to make and to make right, but you guys really do it well. I mean, what's the secret to the Wellington?
I mean, I think the secret is make sure everything is raw when it starts and cooked to order. And, just take the little special time to make sure that all the ingredients are cooked properly. We sear the beef, we sear the foie gras, we saute wild mushrooms, and we just pack it all inside puff pastry, bake it to order, and serve it medium rare. Well, you can get it cooked more if you like, but...
Why would you? When you
why
get all
would
this,
you?
And you take one bite into that, you get all that flavors, what are you experiencing?
I think goodness.
All things goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Scott Herritt, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And really, I do tell you right now, everybody, you want to try a great place you may not have been before, go to the Marliave. It's at 10 Bosworth Street in downtown Boston.